Hello everyone, welcome to Civil Lecture. So in this video, I will discuss about basics of structural analysis. Okay, so before starting this video, let us discuss a brief introduction about me. I am Sasi Kumar and now I am pursuing my M.Tech from NIT Silchar in structural dynamics engineering. So before starting the video, please subscribe my YouTube channel Civil Lecture and press the bell icon for latest updates. Okay. So in this video, I will be mainly discussing about the basic basic definition of structural analysis. Right, right. And second one, classification of classification of structure. Depending upon the various factor or various modes, I will be discussing about the classification of a structure, that how many types of a structure and what are the various forces that are acting in the different type of a structure. Okay, and after that I will be discussing about the various types of supports, right? Supports and reactions, right? And after that we will cover the joint various types of joints, right? So these four topics I am going to cover in this video. After upcoming video I will be covering all the remaining topics. So this video will be helpful for your IAS exam, GATE exam, state PSC, SSC JEE, and also this will be helpful for your semester exam, right? So let's begin the video. So first of all we will see the definition of a structure, that what is a structure. So the definition of the structure is: a structure is an elastic body which supports the applied load by undergoing a small deformation, right? तो structure क्या है हमारे पास? Structure is a elastic body. This line is important. Structure क्या है? Elastic body which is supports the applied load. Means suppose we will let's take an example here. Suppose this is the simply supported beam over here, right? And we will apply a load, right? So this beam made up of maybe of RCC or steel, right? So this will go something like this deformation, right? So this is the delta. So this deformation is very small, right? So this type of structure we can say this is a structure. If we will take an example, suppose that this is the rope and supported over here by some kind of support like pin support or anything, and this is the suppose that tighten rope, right? This is the rope, and if we will apply one load over here, then this will go something deformation like this, and this deformation will be very large, right? So this type of body we can't say that this is the structure, but if it will go very small deformation, then we can say that this is the structure, right? Right. Same is written over here, that a structure is an elastic body which supports the applied load by undergoing small deformation. And there are another definition of a structure is that a structure refers to a body or system of connected parts used to support and load, right? So some of the civil engineering structure example is over here, that are buildings, bridges, tower, etc. So these examples only related to the civil engineering, right? Civil engineering examples, correct? Now the definition of a structure is over. Now let us see the definition of analysis. What do you mean by analysis? Analysis का मतलब क्या होता है? So analysis means calculation of response, right? What is the mean by response? Means when we apply, suppose that in this beam, right? Suppose that this is the simply supported beam, right? If we apply a load, then certain reaction over here vertical and horizontal, and if we will cut over here, then some shear force and bending moment will be there. So calculation of these reaction, that is which are support reaction, member forces में क्या क्या आता है हमारा shear force and bending moment, right? So calculation of these support reaction and member forces of the structure towards the applied load is known as the analysis. So clear what do you mean by analysis? Now after that there are some question is arising on our mind that why we study the structural analysis, right? So their answer is that a structural analysis is a determination of effects, right, of the loads on physical structure and their components due to the various loads, right? So what do you mean by this effect? Effects mean in the form of reaction, shear force, bending moment and twisting moment, right? So why we study structural analysis? To calculate these effects on the structure, that how many force means support reaction and how much shear force and bending moment and twisting moment will be coming on the structure, so that we can be able to design the structure. So these results of this analysis can be used to design RCC and steel structure and to verify the fitness of the structure for the use, right? So clear that why we study the structural analysis. So these are the basic definitions of structural analysis and why we study the structural analysis. Now next thing is, when we study the structural analysis, some assumptions are we are using. Why? Suppose that this is the one cross section of beam, right? I am representing something in isometric view, right? So this is the beam. Suppose that somewhere here I am choosing a point. If we calculate the stresses, then the stresses will be in x direction, suppose that sigma x, in vertical direction sigma y, in z direction sigma z, right? So up to these three directions we are easy to analyze, and suppose that an other direction there will be sigma 3 and other direction sigma 4 and dot and vary. If these stresses or physical properties are changing in every direction, then it will become very complicated to analyze the structure. So to an to make easy our calculation, so we are making some assumptions in all the subjects like us in this structural analysis. Okay, so they are, for our first assumption is a structure is an elastic body following linear behavior, right? Linear behavior means a stress is proportional to the strain, that is follows Hooke's law. Means when we apply the loads on the structure, it follow the linear behavior, means it is proportionally stress is proportional to the strain, means it follows Hooke's law, right? This is our first assumption. Now second is a structure is homogeneous and isotropic. So what do you mean by homogeneous and isotropic? Okay, so in the upcoming video I will be discussing the detail about the homogeneous and isotropic, and also I have covered these are the things in the strength of material, so you can refer that video, that what do you mean by homogeneous and isotropic, right? Now second one, principle of superposition is valid, right? So what do you mean by principle of superposition? Suppose that this is one of our propped cantilever beam, right? So what we can say that if we apply a load over here P, right? So this will go something like this deformation, right? So analysis of this beam we can be split by two parts, something like this. One is our cantilever and plus one is our cantilever with reaction loaded. So this when we merge this will become this our original propped cantilever, right? So this reaction will be suppose that BRB, right? So this is known as a superposition. With the help of this superposition, we can be able to analyze this propped cantilever, which are indeterminate in the nature, right? So these are the three assumptions mainly which are we using in the structural analysis. Now our next topic in this video that are type of structures, right? So there are first type of structure are solid or massive structure, right? So in the solid or massive structure that are coming that are dam, raft foundation and pedestal, right? So what are happening in this dam and raft foundation and pedestal that are predominant in this type of structure is stresses, right? We are mainly calculating about the stresses that are sigma in this type of massive structure, right? And now second type of structure is surface or membrane structure. Examples are there are slab, folded plates and cells. So when we call that this is the membrane or surface structure, when thickness of this structure should be very less than the length and breadth of the structure, right? Suppose suppose that I have one slab, right, like this, something like this. So here if this is the length L and this is the breadth B and this is the thickness. So this thickness is very small as compared to the this width and this length of this slab, right? So then this type of a structure is known as the membrane structure. So in this type of a structure mainly predominant are bending moment and twisting moment are dominant. So calculation of bending moment and twisting moment are done in this surface or membrane type of a structure, right? Now next, framed structure, right? So in the structural analysis we will be mainly dealing with this framed structure that are building, trusses, bridges, right? So in this type of a structure there are mainly predominant forces are axial force, shear force, bending moment, twisting moment and lateral movement. So in this type of a structure we will be mainly calculating about this type of forces. So let us discuss about the various sub type of this framed structure, right? So what are the various types of framed structure? So in the framed structure there are first one is pin jointed plane frame and second pin jointed space frame, third rigid jointed plane frame and fourth one is rigid jointed space frame, right? We discussing one by one about these four type of structures, right? So before that you should know about the equilibrium condition or static condition. That what do you mean by equilibrium condition or static condition? So it means that body remains at rest even after application of load. Means when we apply the loads on any type of a structure, then it will remain at rest. Then that type of condition we will call it as a equilibrium condition or equilibrium condition. That are suppose that net horizontal force will come zero or net forces that are not only the horizontal forces, that all kind of forces that may be vertical or horizontal or diagonal, right? So all kind of forces may be equals to zero and summation of all kind of moments will be zero. then that type of condition will be known as equilibrium condition. So we will be also discussing about that how many equilibrium condition are needed to analyze these different type of structure, that are pin jointed plane frame. Suppose that when we will discuss pin jointed plane frame, then how many types of equilibrium condition are needed. When we analyze the pin jointed space frame, then how many types of these equilibrium condition are needed. So everything will be discussed. So our first type of substructure in framed structure are pin jointed plane frame, right? So pin jointed plane frame means this is the 2D truss as shown in this figure. This figure is showing a 2D truss, right? So what is truss we will also defining in the upcoming chapters. So in this video, let us see that what kind of forces which are acting in this pin jointed plane frame, that are 2D truss. Okay, so in the 2D truss, mainly coplanar concurrent force system are acting, right? Means all the forces are in a single plane and which are passing through the single point, right? Suppose that if we consider this joint, means at this joint only this member forces horizontal, this member forces, okay. So these are only acting on single plane, that are xy plane, right? Xy plane, and all the forces are passing through this particular joint or particular point. So this type of forces are called as a coplanar concurrent forces. And to analyze this type of structure, we are needed to two equilibrium condition, okay, that are summation of fx equal to 0 and summation of fy 0. Means net horizontal force must be equals to 0 and vertical forces equals to 0. So these two types of equilibrium condition are needed to analyze this type of structure, that are 2D truss, right? So before before we go to the next type of structure, I will tell you that why I have putted this with a different color. This is member are red color and this member are yellow color. So this will be, I will be discussing when I will discuss the degree of static indeterminacy of 2D truss. Okay, so यहाँ तक क्लियर है कि क्या होता है पिन जॉइंटेड प्लेन फ्रेम, राइट? नाउ the second type of structure are pin jointed space frame, right? So pin jointed space frame में क्या होता है? In this type of structure, non coplanar concurrent forces are acting. Means non coplanar means they are not acting at one plane, but means concurrent means they are passing through a particular single joint, right? Suppose we are taking this joint, right? If we consider this joint, so these forces will be acting in different plane, these forces will be acting different plane, and this member forces will be acting in different plane. But these all three forces, right? This one, and this one passing through this particular joint, right? So this type of forces are known as a non-coplanar, means not acting in a particular plane. Like suppose that in the 2D truss, that are all the forces are acting xy plane, and here these are acting in x plane, xy plane, yz plane, and xz plane, right? So clear. So these type of forces are known as the non-coplanar, but these are type of forces are passing through the one particular point over here. So these are the known as the concurrent forces, right? So to analyze this type of structure, we needed three equilibrium conditions, which are summation of fx equals to 0, summation of fy equal to 0, and summation of fz equals to 0, right? Means net horizontal force equals to 0, net vertical force equal to 0, and net in the third direction, that are perpendicular to x and perpendicular to y, that are summation of z equals to 0 are needed, right? So these are the second type of structure, that are pin jointed space frame, that is also known as the 3D trusses, right? Now third type of frame, if we discuss, then it is rigid jointed plane frame, right? Rigid jointed plane frame. In the previous one, what are there? pin jointed, right? And here is rigid jointed. So what do you mean by pin jointed? So you can note down that pin jointed means they cannot cannot resist the moment, right? Pin jointed means they cannot resist the moment, means moment equals to 0. So आपने देखा होगा कि यहाँ पे एक भी इक्विलिब्रियम कंडीशन पे हमारा समेशन ऑफ m इक्वल्स टू 0 नहीं आया, मीन्स कोई भी जॉइंट पे हमारा मोमेंट आ ही नहीं रहा है, राइट? सो दिस टाइप ऑफ structure are pin jointed, but in the case of rigid jointed they can resist the moment, right, in this reverse way, right? So in this type of a structure, that are forces which are acting, that are coplanar non-concurrent force system are acting. So if we consider this 2D frame, right, so what will happen over here, that one vertical reaction, one horizontal reaction, and one moment m will be acting. So here you can see all these forces are acting in a single plane, right? Suppose that x, this is y, and this is m. These all are acting in single plane, that are xy plane. So this type of a structure, to analyze this type of a structure, we are mainly discuss or mainly required three equilibrium condition, which are net horizontal force equals to 0, that are summation of fx equal to 0, net vertical forces equals to 0, that are summation of fy 0, and summation of all the moments about the z direction equals to 0. These three conditions are needed, right? So this is the rigid jointed plane frame. Now our next type of structure is rigid jointed space frame, that are 3D frames, right? So in this type of a structure there are non-coplanar non-concurrent force system are acting. So when we consider this frame, this 3D frame, then we can say that here one vertical reaction, one horizontal reaction, and one perpendicular to this horizontal and vertical, that are suppose that z direction are acting reaction, and one mh horizontal, mh vertical, and one m, that is moment at z direction, will be acting. So these are properly explained with this figure, right? So to analyze this type of structure, we are mainly needed with six equilibrium conditions, that are summation of fx is equal to 0, summation of fy 0, summation of fz 0, and summation of mx 0, summation of my 0, summation of mz 0. Max means summation of all the moments which are acting in x direction, okay, about the x axis, right? So equals to 0, and my means all the moments about y axis are 0, and all the moments about the z direction or z axis will be 0. So from the above four types of a structure, we can conclude that in the framed structure there are four types of force system are acting, which are coplanar concurrent force system, coplanar non-concurrent force system, non-coplanar concurrent system, and non-coplanar non-concurrent system. So these are the various types of force system which are acting. So these are also important, you can star mark in this. So one mark objective is this. So what are the various types of structure, or which type of a structure, in the various type of structure, that what kind of forces or which type of force system is acting. Suppose they will ask in the 2D truss what kind of force system will be acting, and these four will be in your option. So what is your answer? That coplanar concurrent force system, right? So here the different type of framed structure are completed. Now let us discuss about the various types of supports reaction, right? So types of supports and reaction, right? So in this our first support is fixed support, right? So suppose that this is the half portion of a beam, right? And here one support is there, that are fixed support, something like this, right? So when we apply load, it will deflect something like this over here, shown here, right? So you can note down that whenever there are a fixed support, at the fixed support there are no slope, that is theta equals to 0. That's why the deflected shape shown over here is something like this, right? Here theta will be 0, means slope will be 0, right? So in the fixed support there are three reaction will be developed. First one is Fx, that is horizontal force, and Fy and Mz. If this will be in a in plane, means only it is acting in a single plane. If we consider this in the space, right, then there are acting six reaction will be generating over here, which are Fx, Fy, Fz and Mx, My, Mz. Okay, so by look like this figure and this figure are same. So आपके दिमाग में ये क्वेश्चन आ रहा होगा कि दोनों सेम कैसे है. So actually in this diagram it is look like same, but when we consider this figure, this will be act like a beam, right? But if we consider this figure, then this will act like a column, right? Column, and these supports will act as a foundation, right? So we can say now it is clear that how this is the space structure or space frame, and this is the in plane frame, right? So practical example of these supports are where we use this fixed support, that are RCC beam, foundation and continuous beam and etc. Now second type of structure that are fixed with roller or guided roller, right? तो इसमें क्या होता है कि यहाँ पे एक रोलर टाइप का लगा हुआ आता है, राइट? सो दैट वी कैन रिलीज वन पर्टिकुलर फोर्स. इन दिस diagram we are showing that we are releasing the vertical force, right? Since here are rollers, so this structure cannot move in this direction and also cannot rotate in this direction, so there will be reaction generating that are Fx and Mz, but Fy will become 0, right? So practical examples of this type of supports are steel bridge, beams and girders and etc, right? आपके दिमाग में एक और क्वेश्चन आ रहा होगा कि why I have not shown over here that in a space mode, right? Means a space. If we consider the space structure of this support, then this will become same as this one. So practically guided roller in a space mode or a space frame, it is not possible, right? Clear? So there are two types of support, fixed support. Now second type of our support are pin support and roller support. So firstly we will discuss pin support, or it is also called as a hinge support, right? So in plane, if we consider the pin support, it will look like something like this, right? Something, if we draw in the sketch mode, it will shown like that. So over here there are something theta will be come, means slope will not be equals to 0, that are, and support reaction will be generated, which are Fx and Fy, means vertical reaction and horizontal reaction, and here moment will be equals to 0, right? Similarly, if we consider this in a space, then there are three reaction will be generated, that are horizontal force, vertical force and one perpendicular to this horizontal and vertical, that are in z direction, and here also one moment equals to 0, means any type of pin support or hinge support, the moment will be equals to 0. I have previously explained that in a pin type of a structure they cannot resist any moment. That's why here this is the pin support, so moment about the z direction or any direction will be equals to 0. So practical examples of this pin type of supports are bearings in bridges, right? You have seen that bridge girders are shown something like that, and over here this is the bridge piers, right? Here pedestal are there, right? So here bridge bearings are fitted. So these bearings are nothing but this type of different type of support. So mainly there are this type of pin support are pot PTFE bearing, pot PTFE bearing, which are pin support, right? And secondly roller support. Roller support which are using in the bridge that are elastomeric bearing. Elastomeric bearing, right? So when we will study about the bridge engineering, then we will see that what are the various types of bridge bearings are there, right? So next type of our support are roller support. So roller support are look like something like this. Here some rollers are provided in this pin support, right? Means suppose this is the pin, here rollers are provided so that we can release this horizontal force, right? So when we release this horizontal force means H equals to 0, then only one reaction will be developed in this type of roller support, that are vertical reaction, right? And H will become 0 and M will become 0, right? So practical example of this type of support are bearings in bridges, supports in truss bridges and industrial building frames, right? So these are the some practical examples of the roller support, right? Now next type of next thing is that the various types of joints which are used in the structure. That in that first one is pin joint. So I have already explained that what do you mean by pin joint. So this type of pin joint offers only the axial forces, right? Pin joint what happen? Offers only the axial forces. So आपने देखा होगा कहीं पे भी स्टील स्ट्रक्चर और कहीं पे दैट वन गसेट प्लेट में, राइट, ये हमारे पास जो है ये पेंटागोनल टाइप से जो शो हो रहा है वो क्या है, एक गसेट प्लेट, राइट। और उसमें हमारे पास चार, एक और एक ये चार हमारे पास स्टील मेंबर जॉइंट, राइट। और ये स्टील मेंबर में भी एल सेक्शन, सॉरी एंगल सेक्शन होगा, चैनल सेक्शन होगा, राइट। so and these are connected with bolt, right? So if we apply our load over here, so this can rotate, right? Means moment will become 0. But if we apply the load something like this direction, then it can be able to resist this horizontal or axial force, right? So line diagram of this type of joint shown over here. So only the axial forces are developing in this pin type of joint. But if we consider the rigid joint, suppose this blue member you can see, right? One member, two member and three member are jointed at particular joint over here, right? When we apply suppose one moment over here or one vertical load P over there, then it will get deflected. So if this joint is a rigid joint, then all three members deflect will will go, deflection will be same amount, right? Same amount, that are theta will go with this amount, this member, theta will go displaced with this member and theta will displaced by this member, right? So this type of joint are known as the rigid joint, clear? So this type of joints are offer shear force, bending moment and twisting moment, right? So these are the various types of joint and these are the basics of structural analysis. So in the upcoming video I will be discussing about the degree of static indeterminacy, which are very important for the any type of exams, right? So if you like this video, please share this. Thank you.